Hey, welcome to Gen X Unhinged live stream. What is it? Christian Saturday,
Like
January
Saturday
31st.
31st, man. We're
Last
already out
day.
waiting in November. Got to get those Valentine's things ready to go. That's going to
Uh,
cost a fortune.
so I'm David Cole. Across from me is my partner in crime, Christian Cole.
Good morning,
And
all.
yeah, it's a good day. I'm in Arizona. It's a good day today.
It's
So,
freezing and foggy in California. It's cold and
oh,
absolutely horrible.
it's a little cold, but it's clear as can be. And it's going to be 75 today, which is just a beautiful day.
I'm jealous.
And
I'm jealous.
yeah, yeah. So, hey, how's Lola?
Put some pictures up. Things are good. We're ordering the motor, and we're just going to start from scratch. I'm going to redo the whole thing, and just one step at a time.
Yeah, that's great. It's exciting though. I mean, every day I imagine just a little bit more exciting.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, every day is just a little bit more exciting, because I'm going to make this trip happen, and I'm really excited about it. The problem is it just can't happen fast enough. Like I said, ADHD kicks in, and that poor guy over there, man, I just harassed the crap out of him, calling him and emailing him all day. So it's all right though.
Yeah.
Exciting. I'm actually going to get my hands dirty and do it with him. I'm going to
Hey,
help him build the motor and.
you're going to give him some money too. So, he's got to take a little bit of pain with that. So,
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely, and then he gets to work with me, so that's even more exciting for
oh
him, I'm sure.
boy.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure, I'm sure, oh, yeah. Probably gonna cost
he's
me extra just because 'cause I'm gonna help him.
he's going to pay you to be done.
Right,
It's like
to
I
leave,
can't
like, yeah,
handle you
like, "Why
anymore.
don't you just give me half and not be here?" So, we'll see, we'll see.
Yeah, sounds really good. Sounds really good. So, you know what, Christian? I am more discouraged probably than ever with the fraud that's going on in California. And I mean, we've talked about fraud since day one in
Day 1,
California.
right. It's
Yeah,
gonna
but
top $1,000,000,000,000. New York, Minnesota, and California will top $1,000,000,000,000.
yeah, it will. It will. So, we've talked about Pacific Palisades, high-speed rail, 911 system, homelessness, mental health fraud,
Yeah,
some back to it all the way back to 2020, this PPP fraud for COVID. We got EBT, electronic, I don't know, benefits transfer, where people are stealing Medicaid cards and cloning Medicaid cards. And I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And now you're familiar with hospice, right?
oh, yeah,
I mean,
absolutely,
okay,
absolutely, I know what they
you
do.
yeah, so just a high level, it's an end of life palliative type of care. So usually it means that somebody is probably within 6 months of dying.
Okay.
And hospice is an incredible program. I've had the misfortune of having to use hospice for 3 family members over the last few years,
Oh,
but
wow.
they have been incredible. I mean, they
Right.
come in, they help you get through it, they help family get through it, and best of all, they give especially right in those last few days, last week, they give 24/7 care to the person that's gonna die, and it's incredibly thoughtful, incredibly amazing. Well, LA is starting to we're starting to find out that LA is the epicenter of this incredible fraud scheme around hospice. So what's happening, one example of this is that hospice companies, there's more than one,
Right.
they're going to places like malls or wherever some elderly people hang out, and they're signing them up for hospice. They're misrepresenting what hospice is, and these
So they
elderly
give him
folks
a
sign.
walker or they give him some type of nothing.
Exactly, exactly. They'll give them stuff and, really inexpensive stuff. These elderly folks sign over saying, "Okay, I turn over my care." They're essentially healthy people, they're just older, right? They're not
Correct.
within 6 months of dying. They may
No,
be
no,
within
no,
10
not at
years of
all.
dying,
They're at the
right?
mall. I mean, they're at the mall.
Exactly,
They're
they're
about ready to go
walking.
shopping.
And so for every member or every person that this hospice company signs up, they get about $6,000 a month. $6,000 a month. You know, one company signs up 200 people, just, out of the blue, just these old people that don't really need it. And that's what is that? That's $120,000 a month. No, that's
Right,
more than
right.
that. It's $1.2 million. I mean, it's
1.2
just
million,
crazy money, whatever it is.
and the people who are doing it at the malls get a stipend between $300 and $350 for doing it. I mean, if I know this and you know this, I gotta say that Gavin Newsom's gotta know this.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, he's
You
got to
know,
know
I mean,
this.
come on, come
And the
on.
mayor of Los Angeles, and
Oh,
it's not just
absolutely.
it's not just LA, but this is where it's really running rampant.
Well,
Um,
right, and it's horrible because these people who are elderly, once they get in this system, they don't know until they try
right.
to go to the hospital or call for an ambulance or try to get actual help, and they're like, "No, you're in hospice. You're dying. We can't help you."
Yeah, you signed the DNR. We're not supposed to give you
Right,
any kind of medical care. And it's
right,
just like, oh my
right,
gosh.
right.
And it's just so the most vulnerable people in our population are being taken advantage of.
Correct,
And
correct.
and the majority of this funding comes through Medicare, which we're all paying for. So
Right.
it's all fraud that we are all paying for,
It's our
and it's
problem.
hurting.
It's
It's
our
all of our
problem.
problem. That's
Right,
right.
right, right.
That's exactly it. And so on top of everything else going on, and on top of this 250 billion that you and I have talked about fraud, waste, and abuse in California, now we've got this hospice thing going on. And if it's happening in California, it's happening in other places. I
Oh,
mean,
because why
guaranteed.
not? Why not?
Why not?
Why
Why
just
not?
keep no, why not?
Why does this keep happening, Christian? Why does this
Because we
keep
had 4 people. Well, this is what happened. They stole the election, we know that. Barack Obama was corrupt. Right out of the gate, corrupt as shit. So what happened was is they went to they were gonna run Hillary, and they did everything they could to stop Trump from becoming president.
right?
Then they did. Well, you had all these people that were really corrupt within the government, the tiers, and Republicans and Democrats, because
Sure.
there was a lot of Republicans who signed up to impeach Trump. Okay. A lot
Right.
of them. All right. So we had basically in the last, 4, 8, 9 years, we've had 2 years of actual President Trump.
Right.
So, and that's what happened. So then they fraudulently the election. They stopped Trump in the beginning in 17, 18. So from 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, they had access to all of this. And they've been
Yep.
doing it over and over. And they've probably been doing it since Barack Obama. You don't become president of the United States with 45 or $75,000 and leave with 450 million if you're not corrupt. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's an
Yep.
impossibility. It's an
Yeah.
impossibility.
And and as long so we what are the states where we're seeing the most of this corruption and fraud? It's always a Democrat state. I'm not saying it's not
Absolutely.
happening in the Republican states,
Right.
but to the level that we're seeing,
Oh, no, I
Minnesota,
guarantee you it's happening in Republican states,
absolutely, absolutely.
but it's
But
happening in the Democratic cities. Okay.
yes,
You're not going to have
yes,
red and red. You're not going to have a red state with a red city committing this fraud.
that's right. That's right. And so we keep electing the same people in California, Minnesota, New York, Washington, Oregon, and this is where the fraud and corruption is happening to the degree that it is.
And that's the
And
thing.
so
We're not electing them, Dave. We're not
I get
electing
it.
them. You know what I
I
mean?
get it.
If you found a way to steal $1 trillion, and the only way that you can not get caught is to run for the vice president of the United States of America, what's that
Yeah.
tell you? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're
Yep.
cheating. You're cheating. You have to be cheating. There's no way. There is no way that you're not cheating.
Yep. And so, Trump ran that first time on drain the swamp, and he started to drain the swamp, but the swamp didn't get completely drained. We got to
No, I didn't
drain the
even get
swamp.
started. Man, they just
Yeah.
barely got the soot around they just got a little dirt around that hole there. They
Yep.
kind of, let a little trickle through, and then they stopped him. And the amount of corruption, like this is the thing, like I don't support Trump as a third term. I don't.
Right.
But it is in the Constitution, and there is an amendment there. And the fact of the matter is that what do we do if we do lose the midterms? It's all going to go back to the status quo, and we're all going to go back to living in the People's Republic of the United States, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because the
Yeah.
Democratic rule is everything they call the Republican. If you look at everything that the Democrats say about the Republicans, that's exactly you. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Okay? COVID happened. What'd they do? They arrested
Shut it.
us. They forced us to get a vaccine. They made us we would lose our jobs if we didn't get the vaccine.
Wear a
They had the
mask.
wear a mask. They had the National Guard out kicking people off of beaches. I mean, come on now. But we want to take illegal immigrants out of the country. And what do? Oh, we're going to protest the military coming into our cities. Why didn't we protest? I'm telling you, the Republicans are getting pretty pissed off and they're getting pretty angry. And that's a day that the government doesn't want to see. And I'm not
Yep.
saying, and I'm not, I'm not advocating for it. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I don't think that it should happen. I'm way against it. But these are the facts. Let them
Yep.
try to do COVID again. Let them try.
Ain't gonna happen.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to
Nope.
happen. And this is the thing. 77 million people. You can watch the news, and the news will tell you that you're wrong. But 77 million people knew that we weren't wrong. Okay?
Right.
Knew
Right.
that the Republicans weren't wrong. And not that they were Republicans, not that they changed sides, but they knew and understand what the problem was. Now, if 77 million people can vote for Trump, when J.D. Vance runs, they get rid of the hatred for Trump because evidently the Democratic mind is very easily manipulated because they hate the person instead of they love that they hate the person so much they hate their country.
Yep.
I mean, they're so blinded by hate, rage, and jealousy. They're jealous. They're haters. I'm sorry. Hate him because he's rich. Hate Elon Musk because he did well for himself. Sorry, that's
Yep.
insecurity. Anytime you're jealous of somebody or you treat somebody like crap because they have more money than you or they have more social status than you or you block them randomly because you can, that's hatred. That's bullshit. And you know what? Why be that way? Why spend your life being upset with people all the time? All the time. I live and bask in other people's success. I think that when other people are successful, it's the greatest thing in the world because I
Well,
know
sure.
they're doing it and I know it makes them feel good. And that's important to me, you know? So, I mean, it just is what it is. And we're going to keep, I mean, unless Trump, we are literally voting in the midterms for our lives. Not that we're going to die, not going to die, but as an American, you know what I mean? Like as an American citizen, we're voting for our constitution. We're voting for our freedom. You know, I mean, this is
Yep.
exactly how that certain things happened in Germany in World War II. This is exactly how it happened. This is exactly how it happened. They took over the media. They started putting people in jail of the opposing party. They started locking up all the money because that's where all the money was with what that did to the people. You know, I mean, it's horse crap. It's absolute horse crap. I mean, how they were calling for the unvaccinated to be put in to be shunned from society because
Yeah.
we wouldn't get the vaccine.
Right. Right.
Okay, what's the difference?
Yep. So, so I was talking with some folks in the last couple days about this, and there is this sentiment, and I've been part of this sentiment as well. Is that you know Trump needs to be a little bit more, a little nicer. He needs to treat people better. But what we've found, Christian, is that that didn't work.
No, F
People ran
people.
over the United States. They just ran
Absolutely.
over us.
Hey, people in
Yeah.
this country find weakness in kindness. The kinder you are, the weaker they think you look, and the harder they are on you. You know what? F those people. I'm tired of being
It's,
nice. Trump does it. You know what? Throw him the bird, Trump. I don't care.
and I've talked about it in the past. For a time such as this, Trump is the leader that I believe God sent because we needed somebody strong. We needed somebody that didn't take guff off of people, and he's making changes. And Yeah, it would be great if it could all be nice and sunshine and roses, but it's not. People are idiots. People are mean. People
No,
are
they're
jerks.
retarded. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
They
and so
are. They're
yeah,
so blinded. They're so listen, when you have 4,000 people saying that you're in a cult, well, how did those 4,000 people all agree that you were in a cult if they weren't in a cult themselves?
right.
I mean, the
I
hypocrisy is unbelievable. It is absolutely unbelievable. But you know what? All we can do is hope and pray that it will change. The new generations are smarter. The millennials are, they all grew up. The millennials all grew up under Obama. That's all they knew. That's all they
yeah,
learned. And now
yeah,
they're waking up. They're starting to wake up. And the younger generation, the 17, 18, 19-year olds, they're seeing it too. But
yeah.
there's that gap. And here's the thing. We only see 10%. You see like these rallies that they're having, protests they're having for ICE in Minnesota. Oh, 5,000 people showed up, right? You want 5,000 people in the streets, or do you want to be with the party that has 77 million at the voting box? That's where
That's
you
right.
want to be.
That's right. That's right. So we advocate that you get out and vote. We
Yeah,
advocate that if you can't vote because you don't agree with Trump, but you don't like what the liberals are doing, just don't vote. Just don't vote.
right.
If that's
Stay home.
but stay home. But we need to, as Republicans, as people that feel like they're on the right side, we need to vote. We need
Right,
to keep this momentum going. So,
right. Well, and I
um,
want to know this: how are the Democrats going to get into the voter box? I mean, if you think about it, what do you got?
yeah,
How are you going to hate Vance? He's perfect. He's perfect. I mean, how are you going to hate the Republican candidates? You can't. They're perfect. So what are you going to
yep.
do? I'm voting for Gavin Newsom because Trump sucks. Well, Trump ain't even here. You
Trump's
know what I
not in
mean? Like,
anymore.
he's not
Yeah,
even there. Hopefully,
yeah.
he'll run for governor in about 10 years. That'd be great. He'll be 174,000 years old. But, hey, I'll take one of his kids out. Can we get Don Jr.? Get Ivanka? Can we get a Trump in here? That'd be great.
Uh,
Did you see where the Trump boys are suing the IRS for $2 billion?
I didn't. Wow,
Yeah,
what's that
yeah, for
about?
real. I mean,
Oh,
I love it. Make
okay,
them pay,
okay.
boys. Make them
Yeah,
pay.
yeah, yeah.
Make them pay.
That's so another good thing. We saw Don Lemon get arrested this week. I think
That's about
rightfully so.
time. Hey, they
Yeah, that
got
was
his ass
good.
though. They got his ass. That judge got him out because of freedom of the press, the amendment. But then Bondi comes through with the DOJ and go, okay, that's fine. You can do that. But you conspired to do it, and the freedom of the press doesn't cover you there. So welcome to the jungle, big boy. You and P.
Yep,
Diddy will be snuggling up together.
yep.
You'd be like two little friends sitting in there. It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, that was a nice. It's nice to see the mug shot. It's a good mug shot to see Don
Yes,
Lemon in
yes,
jail. So,
yeah.
I wanted to hit on one more thing because something I think Trump does really well is he has put together just an incredible leadership team. Can you remember who the leadership team was for Joe Biden?
Oh, I
No.
no, it was auto pin.
Well, exactly. But we've got
I'm guessing.
Rubio.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
so Trump's got JD Vance,
Right.
Rubio, Hegsteth, Bondi. I'm not a big fan of Dr. Oz, but maybe he's going to go into in this Medicare audit and he's going to
He's
kick
got
some
the
butt.
84 Bears. That's what he's got. The 84
Yeah,
Bears. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
The the
I mean,
best
he
there ever
does.
was. Best
And I
defense ever.
absolutely, he got Michael Jordan running it. Hey, they're the Bulls now. I mean, they're coming, and this is the deal. I don't believe the hype. I can't believe that anybody would vote for this. I mean, there's a
I
lot
can't
of
either.
people in Minnesota, in the whole state. Yeah, 10,000 showed up with
Yeah,
flags, But you know what? Can we just cut the funding? I mean, if you're funding this is a terrorist act. This is like,
yeah,
this is like funding Osama bin Laden. I mean, people aren't dying, but you know what's dying is the Constitution. The
yep,
Constitution of the United States is being attacked right now, and they're using money to do it. They're paying protesters. I don't feel that your First Amendment right should be for rent.
right.
I'm sorry. I don't think it should be. I think you
Yep,
have a First Amendment right. I think you should do what you want and say what you want. First of all, you shouldn't be able to rent it, number one. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I mean, if your
yep,
only job is using your First Amendment, I'm sorry. That's not, I mean, that's, and then you go out there. If you're blocking and you don't have a permit, you have a right to stand on the corner and say what you want. You don't have a right to be in the street. Now, you don't have
That's
that
right.
right. Your First
Yep.
Amendment right does not do that. I'm sorry, but you know, but
But and so you can tell a good leader by the strength of their
their
team.
crew,
They put their
absolutely,
crew.
absolutely.
And Biden did not have a crew. Trump, he has
No,
put together a crew that people trust and believe in, and I
right,
and I
right.
I think that's just a sign of a good leader, which is another positive for Trump. So anyways, I got to get off the Trump bandwagon today. We got more to talk about. So
Well, no,
uh
no, and it's a good thing. I mean, people need to hear that, Dave. I mean, people need to
yeah,
hear that.
yeah,
There's a lot of us out here. There's a lot of us out here that back the guy, and he's fabulous, and he just does what he does, and I hear people say all the time, he just needs to quit tweeting. You don't even have a Twitter. Well, yeah, okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you who says that to me, but I mean, like, you don't even own one. Like, you've
I
not
can
even been
guess.
on X. You know what I mean? You don't even know where that is.
Yeah,
I gotta help you print a piece of paper. Like, I'm not trying to be an ass, but come on now.
yeah,
He needs to
yeah.
tone down his rhetoric. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone.
So Tim Walz, he's not going to run for governor anymore. He's just kind of he's still trying to get people riled up, but I mean,
Right. Well,
he's
wouldn't
just
you?
yeah,
He's
but
got a
he's
lot
just
riding on this bad boy. You think, yeah, they all do. Hey, it's all of a
yeah,
sudden Kamala Harris really quiet too.
really
Like
quiet.
she's like Hillary Clinton. They're in a bunker somewhere.
She
You
just
know?
went and she bought herself an $8 million house and she's just hiding in her house.
Right.
And
Right.
how did Kamala Harris get $8 million? Nobody bought her book. I mean, come on.
No,
It's like
no, no. The only people
it's
that bought her
just
book was her publishing company to get her on the bestseller list. That was the only one that did it, and I didn't know that was a
yeah,
thing, but evidently it is.
yeah,
Evidently, you put a book out, and then your publisher buys the book to a certain amount to show you that you're on the bestseller list, so other people buy it. Oh,
right,
okay, right.
right.
You gotta scam people to learn about your life. Okay, well that's something new, but not really.
Yeah.
Full A
Yep.
Georgia? Hey, have you watched this thing in Georgia?
I haven't. What's going
They
on in Georgia?
raided Fulton County, right? And they took
Yeah.
all the ballots, and they're going through them right now, truckloads of them. And then the Democrats are on there going, "Hey, those ballots aren't safe. They're not safe. We don't have control of them anymore. We don't have control of those ballots. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna
Uh,
happen. But all we know is we don't have them anymore. So it's not safe. It's not safe. We don't know what they're
it's
gonna
not
say. They're
safe.
probably gonna make up a bunch of stuff like there's dead people and there's fake but
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
it's not our fault because we don't have them anymore. We've had them for 5 years, but we don't have them anymore. So, you know, yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a big thing. There's a lot happening. There's a lot happening.
So, Oregon, I just kinda gotta give a shout out to my state because I think things are going the right direction. So Tina Kotek, the governor, she put together this committee to try to figure
Did
out
you say
how the
Kotex?
yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's
Okay, sorry.
Kotek,
Go ahead.
but
Go. Oh, my bad.
s
My bad. I
yeah,
must have screwed that up.
she put together this committee of her constituents and her friends, and to try to figure out how better to serve as a sanctuary city. It's going over like a lead balloon in
Well,
Oregon. I mean,
yeah.
people are just fight. The time is now. I mean, when this next election happens, Oregon has got to elect a Republican. If it doesn't happen now, it's never going to happen because the people
No.
are riled up,
Right.
and she
Right.
keeps doing stupid stuff,
Right.
and it's
No.
just
Right. Right. I mean, can
uh,
I ask you a
uh,
question though?
of
Who
course,
in that retarded ass state thought that it was a good idea to legalize methamphetamine? I mean, where did
predecessor. Her predecessor, Kate Brown, another left liberal nut job.
it's okay, you could say it now.
She's a retard. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a place. Yeah, there's not even a place. I mean,
Well,
it's
you
just
tell
so
I mean,
it's
but I just
embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. I just wish I could have been in the room. Like for real, I want a press pass, not so I can talk, just so I can sit there and just be astounded by it.
Y
Like, did you really just say legalize methamphetamine? Like,
yeah,
did you
yeah.
like, how did that ring? Like, how did that ring? Well, then I realized because if you legalize it, then people will vote for it. And if you got a big population that's addicted to it, they're all
They're
going to
gonna
vote
vote for
for
you.
you. Hey,
Yeah.
and they will be out there months in advance waiting for the vote because they don't got anything else to do
We're gonna
and
vote.
they're
We're gonna
not
vote.
sleeping. And they're, you know what I mean? They take a break and go break their car windows real quick, then come back. I don't know if you've noticed that, but when it comes to tweakers, every window's always broken. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
what it is, but they always have a broken window in their car. I can't figure it out. What do you have when you use meth? What do you have against windows, especially your own?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just that, yeah, yeah, that was weird. That was
So,
weird. I'm sorry.
yeah, it is weird, and just continuing on with Oregon, in Eugene, Oregon, there's been some protests, and last night, ICE and the police force had to come out and shoot, tear gas into the crowds, try to disperse them. They didn't disperse, and they started shooting pellets of stuff into the crowd, just trying to get them to disperse. It was a minute and a half of terror in Eugene, Oregon. Let's just put it
Oh,
that
wow.
way.
Hey,
Yeah.
this is the thing, and I don't know. I love the fact that Trump's doing this with ICE. I think they should change the name to NICE, the National Immigrations and Customs.
Please,
That would be
please move
awesome.
along. Please move
Right.
along.
No, no. Could you imagine? Hey, there was another NICE attack today. NICE moved into Oregon. They were in downtown Eugene shooting people with pepper spray. Man, these NICE are out of control. There is too much
Yeah,
NICE.
they're
Too
too
much
nice.
NICE. They're just too nice. No, I'm telling you, that would be classic. I actually posted
I
that,
li
and I
I
would
like that.
die.
That
I would fall out of my chair if Trump did that. Changing the
well,
name.
he likes doing stuff like that,
Oh yeah,
Department of
because he's the king
War,
troll.
Gulf of
He's the king of
America.
trolls. He is the
He
king of trolls. He really is. He really is. I love the guy. But yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna get a shirt made because I said nice.
nice.
Hey, I'm here with nice. Right. I will kindly ask you to get into the van and go home.
Yep,
Kindly. You
I
know?
do what anybody says that's associated with nice.
Right.
You know?
And the only illegal immigrants. Think
Yeah.
about though. You don't see hardly any African Americans. You hardly see any people of color.
No
And it's not
Somalians.
like this. No Somali. Well, that's absolutely not. But like the people of color in general, the citizens, they, I mean, as far as I can tell, the black community and the African American community is not behind not having ICE. Is everything that I see, I mean, I don't know, but from what I see and just looking at these protests, they're all white women and 5-year-old kids. Well, what it is it's a bunch of liberal women with their 20-year-old sons out there wreaking havoc because the dad's at home and he's pissed off because he can't find his glasses. Right? Just telling you that's how it is.
I
And they're not
you know
men, hey, liberal men aren't allowed to drive anywhere. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Oh, I have. It's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
sad. They're just but so you're not just a kid, if you get on Twitter or TikTok or whatever, and you will see a lot of people of color mocking these
Correct.
these demonstrations.
Correct.
They're mocking them.
Correct.
Like, "You all are
Absolutely.
stupid."
Right.
Just tell it, just like
Right.
and tell it like it is, and I agree with
Right.
them.
Well, and checking for papers. I mean, their driver's license.
Their driver's license, you know? Maybe
I
they
mean,
shouldn't be
I'm not.
there?
Hey, yeah. I mean, so what are you saying? That we don't have to carry a driver's license anymore? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll stop carrying a driver's license if you promise the state is not going to charge me registration fees, isn't going to make me use the ID to do anything in this state. You can't even breathe in this state without an ID, but you can vote.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely
it
ridiculous.
it really
Absolutely
is.
ridiculous. And,
Really is.
this is the deal. And for them to even say that the people of color can't get IDs and that's why it's racist is racist in itself. It is. It's basically saying that an entire race of people is too ignorant to go get an ID. I mean, that's how I see it. Because I see
Yeah,
a lot of the African American people out there saying, "Yo, I know where the DMV is." Like, why?
yeah.
Why would you say that? Why would you? Why would this white woman come out and say that I can't get an ID because I'm broke or I don't have enough
Yeah.
money. Bullshit. That's
I mean,
racist in itself.
exactly.
Right or wrong.
This
If you
world is
say a
upside
certain,
down.
it's absolutely upside down. It's like when what's your name Osborne said that about who's going to clean your toilets. How is that not racist? Like, I'm sorry. How is that not racist? Who's going to pick your fruit? How is
Yeah.
that not racist?
How is
I'm
that not
just saying.
racist?
Right, right, right. It's horrible, but you know what? They'll do it and then literally turn around and look at you and go, if you want ID at the polls, that's racist. If you
Yeah.
want to gerrymander this because these black people or these people of color over here in the corner that voted for Trump, you want to give them a red seat, that's racist because there's broke black people in there that don't know how to vote. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what they do. It
I
is
know.
I am sorry, it is the most racist thing on the planet. It really is. And if you just stop and look at it on its face, it really is. The Democrats are a racist ass party. They really are. They really are. They just flipped it. You know what I mean? They
Yep.
didn't flip the thought. They just flipped the messaging.
They flipped the
Just an
messaging.
opinion. Just an opinion.
And we've had some good opinions today, I think.
Yeah.
That was fun because it's really getting to a place where we can't even discuss it rationally in a lot of ways because it's just so upside down. You can't do
Oh,
anything
yeah.
but get
Yeah.
frustrated by it.
Hey,
So
insanity breeds insanity, bro. I'm
yeah,
telling
yeah,
you, it gets in a
yeah,
circle. You know what I mean? You get it. If you're crazy and you get enough people to buy into your craziness, then they all become crazy. Now you're all retarded. No, I'm
yep,
just telling you, that's how it works. That mental illness works that way. I know that for a true fact. And the fact of the matter is once you start agreeing with the delusional state of the person that you're talking to, that delusion becomes reality. When that reality becomes reality, then you live in a delusional world. Just like these liberals, they're living in a delusional world. That Trump is the P word. I can't stand that word. I won't use it. It drives me crazy. Or he's racist. Or he does this to kids. They are so, no matter how much information comes out that continuously beats that narrative to death, they're still out here saying it. It's
yep,
ridiculous to me.
yep.
Ridiculous.
Hey,
So I mean, I guess the email came out yesterday saying that that there's an email from Epstein to some Michael guy saying
yeah,
that Trump never even got a massage.
never even got a
I
massage.
mean, come on. How many
The whole
more how much of this bullshit needs to, I mean, I'm serious. The Steele dossier. Let me tell you something about the Democrats before I go real quick. The Democrats do this. If it is too good, it is not true. Point blank, hands
yeah,
down,
yeah,
with the Steele dossier, because that's what the Democrats do. They overplay their hand every single time, over and over. They'll go all in on a pair of jacks. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, I'm
yep,
on pair of jacks.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
We've
I
got
got you. I
this.
got a pair.
We're
Got a pair.
wired.
We got that. And they'll do it, and they'll hammer down. When they have no chances. So, I just want to say thank you, MAGA, Make America Great Again, room. Their group, unbelievable group, bunch of great guys, a lot of them, and
Yeah,
they're really great people. If you get a chance, swing in there and say hi. Also, thank you to all my admins. Gen X Unhinged is starting to pick up. We're just over 17,000. We had a great week in messaging. We're really getting the word out. And thank you to Phantom Truck Works in the back. You guys are killing it. Let's keep it going. Thank you to G-Man for everything that he does. And you know what? Thank you most of all to you, the public, and God, for the support. We really appreciate you. So God bless you guys, and have a great weekend. God bless America.
God bless America.
Looking for quality, performance, and reliability? Look no further than CDP Firearms, LLC. Whether it's customized AR-15 parts, premium optics, or specialized ammunition, we have the gear to upgrade your shooting experience. We pride ourselves on providing top-notch products with expert-friendly service that you can trust. Visit us online at cdpfirearmsllc.com. CDP Firearms. Gen X Unhinged is sponsored by CDPFirearmsLLC.com. Gen X Unhinged is a weekly podcast hosted by Christian Cole and David Cole. Join us online at GenXUnhinged.com, on Facebook at Gen X Unhinged Group, or download on Apple, Spotify, or Amazon Podcast.